Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve back yet again with another Manchester United news. This is the Manchester United latest transfer news today, and we have a breaking news in the past 1 hour. As you can see on the screen, Manchester United willing to sell Romelu Lukaku for around £75 million. So let's read the article. Manchester United are willing to listen to offers for Romelu Lukaku and will be prepared to sell for around £75 million. United are understood to only want a cash deal for Lukaku, who joined United from Everton in 2017 under Mourinho in a deal worth initial £75 million. Sky Sports reported last month that new Inter Milan manager Conte wants to sign Lukaku and Chelsea's Victor Moses this summer. However, United are yet to receive an offer. So as you can see, these are just sources reporting in that we are willing to listen for Lukaku, and to be frank, we all know it in our heart, certainly all the United fans know it in our heart, that Lukaku is highly likely to be one of the players to leave Manchester United this season. Now, Lukaku was initially supposed to be signing for Chelsea back in 2017, but obviously he opted to join us instead, and Chelsea ended up signing Morata, and rest is history. Overall, in terms of Lukaku, he is a decent striker. I think he's a decent backup striker. He's got strength, power when he first initially came, but at United at some point, for some odd reason, he gained loads of weight. His first touch is absolutely terrible. I mean, it's like, it's like kicking a ball on a wall, and he just bounces straight back at you. Manan can control better than that. Let's just put it this way. It's a fact. And he just doesn't fit our profile, because you expect someone like him, who's got loads of experience, who's on his peak, to be able to make the simple things happen. For example, having a first touch. I mean, which striker in the world in his caliber that hasn't got a first touch? It's as simple as that. And he's that focal point, and we need to kind of bounce it on him, isn't it? But it doesn't work for us, to be honest. Ball just bounces straight back. He's all over the place. I think with him, personally speaking, he scores goals not consistently enough. He'll score like 5 goals in 2 games, and then in 10 games he's only scoring 2. And for us to move forward, I don't think that's good enough. We need a more prolific striker. He's got decent space. He's got power, the sheer strength. One of the best games he had in recent memory for me was against PSG, where he was quite badass. He was chasing every defender, and he was taking risk, but it's not consistent enough for me. And can he get us 30 goals a season? I don't think so. He can. He's capable of it if he puts his head into it, if he works hard. I think initially when Mourinho signed him, he thought that he could turn him into another Drogba type. I mean, he's got the physique and etc, etc. But it never really quite worked out for Lukaku for us, and we signed him for a lot of money, and for that money he has not delivered overall. In essence, our striking department needs an overhaul anyway. I don't think Rashford will go. I don't think Martial will go, having signed a new contract. So Lukaku, we can definitely cash in on. He's what, 26, 27, something like that. He's got loads of years to play, and I think he's better suited elsewhere. And I think us lot leading the line with Rashford, giving him a lot of hope, and hopefully Rashford develops really good. And someone like Lukaku, I don't think he's the type of player that will be happy on the bench playing a second fiddle, you can say. And that's probably where it makes sense, in a sense that we can cash in on him, we can recoup a lot of the money back, and we can invest in another striker, another top-notch striker, one that Oli sees fit, one that's got bags of experience, one that's got a very good first touch, certainly. And to be honest with you, that's one thing with Lukaku. He's so big and he can jump. I can't remember him scoring that many headers. So it's like his biggest strength for me personally, looking at him, is his size. And you expect the crosses to come in, which to be honest with you, you know, we don't deliver crosses that well, especially when you have Ashley Young on right wing delivering crosses. But the ones that he had, he never actually connected that well. I mean, I can't remember him having a very dominant display in the air. You know, we know that he's weak on the ground, so I can't remember. I think Fellaini has a better control with his chest and head than Lukaku, and that says a lot about Lukaku. So anyway, that's the Sky Sports reporting, and to be in essence, there's a lot of things that's probably true around the background, and him leaving for £75 million potentially. I think that's a very good deal. We would have recouped a lot of the money back by selling him. He can have a better challenge somewhere else, somewhere where he can excel. I think Italian league for him will be good, rather than the hustle and bustle of the Premiership. I think he needs a lot of space around him, and the Italian league can provide that, because the defenders, they don't play in that system where you don't get a second to breathe. Whereas in the Premier League, all the teams are pretty much, you know, on you all the time, and it's just push, pace. And because Lukaku doesn't have that first control, first touch, and then he can't dribble or control or whatever, he has struggled. And I think with Everton, he's done well. That's fair play. But he flopped in the bigger clubs. He flopped at Chelsea, and now he's flopped at United. I think it's a step too much for him, in my opinion. And I think for us to move on, we need to sell players like him. You know, I'm sure he's a good person to have in the dressing room, and he's not a problematic figure because he keeps things to himself a lot of the time. But I think going back to, I think last year, when one of the journalists asked him while he was on Belgium duty, which team has the better squad, Belgium or Manchester United, the way he responded to that, I think nobody liked. I mean, we all know Belgium has a better squad, you know, let's face it. But it was more like an arrogance, like, oh come on, that's a stupid question, why are you asking that? He could have, I think, approached it in a different way, and that shows me that his head is probably not committed to United too much. And especially the last few months, you know, he definitely you know, dropped off a lot. And it was telling in the last game, where before we lost the second last game, so when Solskjaer said a lot of these players will not take part in the last game, and he was one of them who didn't take part. And that's probably a sign right there. He did come out not long back, a few days ago, saying that he knows his destination, he knows where he's going, but he's not allowed to share it just yet. So there you go, everything kind of fits in, and that's coming from his mouth. And a £75 million for Lukaku is a great deal for us, and to recoup a lot of this money and then invest on something that, you know, suits United, to be frank. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do smash the like button if you're a returning subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, you know, I'll appreciate it if you can hit the sub button, because I'll try to bring the latest Manchester United update as we go through the transfer windows this summer. And you know, for a small YouTuber like myself, it goes a very long way. And I always try to interact with everyone in the comment section, so please do get in touch there, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload.